Hey, what's up, everybody? Tiger Mike here. Welcome to the first episode of Tiger Funk Presents TENTS, or, whatever you're living in. So I figured we need to have a good show that goes around and finds everybody's unique little setup. Now, obviously, this idea was spawned pre-COVID, so it's going to be a little bit more interesting. But seeing how I'm going to be traveling around the country, you can expect more episodes of T.F.P. TENTS to be coming your way. So, all right. So obviously, if I'm going to be doing this, I got to be the first episode we do here. You know what I mean? So, this is, welcome to my humble home. So we got the TigerWayGo here. I got 454 big block, 454 Chevy big block engine on a P30 chassis. So this is a 1984 Winnebago Chieftain, and that means that it's 2 years older than I am, which is pretty friggin' hilarious. So anyway, all right, this is the cockpit area here. Got the captain's chair. Obviously, we got a little blanket down there for MJ, my cat, Mohawk Jones. He likes to occupy the captain's chair when we're, in camping mode. Got the tiger hat sitting on the horn there because that was a fun wake-up call one day. So over here I got, obviously, my vacuum cleaner. I got some like winter cold gear there if I need gloves or hat or something. And then in here is the magical cat food, because you can't go far without cat food, because he will tell you. So up front here, I just got a little, this is my little decorations stand. Usually it's nice and, got a good collection of things going here. Got my wizard. What's up, wizard? I got McCoy bones from the original series. Got my duck. What's up, duck? For Juicy J's. If you've ever been to a festival in New England, you probably know Juicy J's. Anyway, so you got my Lego Star Wars. That stuff doesn't stay when I'm driving, though. The Lego Star Wars don't stay. And neither does Zippy with Mario and Luigi and White Tyson over there keeping an eye. He's my security. Hey, what's up, y'all? All right, and then obviously I replaced this front piece because the old one, I need to get behind it to seal up some leaks and some fun things. So when I took it down, I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna put a new thing up because it'll be better. So I put the old speakers up on there because they work fine. Put the Velcro strip up there, so I kept my privacy screen going. All right. So let's see, kitchen area. Okay, kitchen area. Pretty full setup that we got going. Gotta have your foods. Got my little cabinets here. And then, good place to keep the whiskey, some extra spices. I don't know if you guys heard of the Denny Mikes, but this stuff is wonderful. Pixie Dust. Only two companies have a trademark on Pixie Dust, and that's Disney and Denny Mikes. So, he's got plenty of amazing seasonings in there. So did some work for him last year and earlier this year. So we got a 4-burner gas stove. This still runs on propane. It's one of the only 2 appliances that still do. Originally the RV, when I bought it, all the appliances were original, and that was awesome. But the refrigerator is getting wonky, and then in COVID times it's really difficult to find replacements, and everything's back ordered, and it was easier to just get rid of the old 3-way refrigerator and replace it with this nice new electric one. Shiny. And it's got magnet. It's magnetic. Obviously, it didn't come with the magnets, but the last refrigerator did not have any kind of metal surface, so it was not magnetic. So the old refrigerator, like I said, was 3-way, which ran on AC, DC, and propane. This one's just AC. So I'm gonna slap an inverter on my house battery and plug this in while I'm on the road so I can keep it at temperature. I don't like to drive more than 5 hours, 6 hours a day anyway, so really that shouldn't be too much, and then use my generator to repower up the battery and all that fun stuff. So like I said, I got the propane 4-burner stove, because you got to have 4 burners. They have those 3. They have a lot of places, a lot of RVs, they have 3-burner stoves. I'm like, what? Like, nah, I need 4. Give me 4. So 2-bay sink. I replaced the faucet. I also replaced the shower faucet and the bathroom sink faucet. This is the living room setup. So I got rid of the booth because I was like, meh, it did nothing for me. This is much more comfortable. And then I made it this way so that it includes the cockpit. So when I have guests, I can have, you know, a couple people hanging out comfortably and it's not all crowded. So anyway, you know, got my computer, got to have the 64, bunch of accessories and stuff like that, TV, computer monitor, and then I got them on a dual mount so I can actually swing the TV around real easy and watch it while I'm in bed. Pretty easy. Need to make some adjustments when I do just to re-level the TV, but anyway. Over here, we got the bedroom area. Gotta have the Star Wars blanket. Had this since I was a kid, so I was like, hell yeah, that's going. Obviously, we gotta have the Mohawk Jones. Hi, kitten. Hi. You're on candid camera. You're on kitten camera. Meow, meow. All right, and then, you know, stuff, clothes. Gotta have clothes. And don't forget, bring a towel. Don't want to get high. You gotta bring a towel. And so I bring lots of towels because you gotta have them. All right, so we got the bathroom area, which is also part closet. That's the aforementioned new shower. And it's a little dirty, but it's still new. And then also I replaced the toilet because the old one the intake was leaking. So I fixed it, I just replaced the toilet after a while because it wasn't a permanent fix, it wasn't a good fix. But it got me through, it got me back up to Maine while that was, you know, happening. So I fixed that, and then I drove back up to Maine, and then I got a new toilet. So everything's good now. Closet space, where I keep my guitars. This is where I keep all my fancy duds, all my nice claws. There we go. How about some light? You know, when I gotta get sharp, and then I got my, you know, t-shirts and underwear and socks and stuff like that. Usually the AC goes here, but because it's November in Maine, you don't really need AC, so I put my end table there because it's more convenient. But I got the AC vent that runs over the side. It's one of those portable ACs, you know, that's got wheels on it and moves around and stuff. So things that I replaced, obviously, I showed you the refrigerator, told you about the faucets. I put in new light fixtures because, you know, DC lights get hot. And so I was like, all right, you know what's gonna make this way better is by putting in LED lights instead of old bulb lights. So now it stays way cool. These lights are awesome. I got a 3-pack of these for like 20 or something bucks. 1, 2, 3, and then I got a 4-pack of these guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then up here, you know, it could be a bed, but it's storage. So, you know, for right now, it's a bit of a mess. So excuse me for not showing it to you. Let's see. Oh, you gotta, you know, when you're traveling, you gotta keep your important stuff with you. Really, if you're like me and you live in your RV and you travel, it's nice to not have anything else anywhere, because you got to pay for storage fees and da-da-da, or it's in someone's basement, and it's like, you know what? Minimize, people. Minimize. All right, so in the process of minimization, there's some things that you're just not, some things spark joy, and the things that spark joy, you got to keep them. So things that spark joy for me, obviously, I have a lot of Star Wars and Star Trek movies here, and some other stuff. But I have a VHS player, so I can actually play these, and then there's a bunch of DVDs over there too. But they spark joy. What can I say? So then I got some audio, music, business production books. That was my focus in college. Broadcasting, telecommunications, and mass media. You gotta have tigers. I'm Tiger Mike, so gotta have tigers all over the place. So we got a tiger there, we got a tiger there, we got a tiger there. We got the tiger hat, it's and there's also a tiger up there. He's not caged, he's just chilling. He likes to keep an eye on things. Oh, and then we got a tiger there. Woo. Got tigers all over the place, man. So, Calvin and Hobbes, always important to have some Calvin and Hobbes. More Calvin and Hobbes. Dilbert, love Dilbert. All these comics, most of them are Star Trek and Star Wars comics. I don't know if you've noticed a theme here, but I'm a big Star Trek, Star Wars fan. So then we got some Superman comics in there too, and let's see, we need the thinking man so we can contemplate everything and make sure it's all considered. I told you about my tiger friend who's keeping an eye up there. What's a party without Mad Libs, guys? Come on, what's going on here? You gotta have your Mad Libs with you at all times. You never know when Mad Libs are going to happen. All right? So, some classic literature here. We got some Tom Sawyer, Lawrence of Arabia. Let's make it so you can see that a little better there. I don't know if that helped or not, but Isaac Asimov, Arthur C. Clarke, Badoop. Some other good thing, gotta have your barbecue cookbook. All right, so that's pretty good for what's up there. Toom. So that's pretty much most of the interior here, guys. Obviously, I got some storage underneath there. Got the furnace. That's the other propane appliance. That's it. So I have a water heater. When I bought it, it didn't have a water heater, but I put in a water heater when I was in Florida, and that can run off of propane, but it runs off of AC. So I was like, why even bother with the propane? Like, the less that runs on propane, the better. The more that runs on electricity, the better. Because eventually I'm going to put a whole solar setup on this sucker, and, energy will be free. So that'll be wonderful. So I'm like, let's minimize the propane needs. And I've noticed that that's the way the market's going anyway. Less propane appliances, more electric appliances. So that's kind of what I figured I'd be focusing on and pushing towards, because, you got to go with the market. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself obsolete, and you're not going to be able to replace things. You're going to be boondocking, and something's going to break, and you're going to be fucked. So anyway, gang, that's me, Tiger Mike. That's my home. I would show you the more exterior stuff, but it's kind of drizzly out right now. So, but that's what it is. Peace, y'all.